Well, food assistance is available for people impacted by last month's flooding. We've got Sky Arnold here with the Department of Human Services joining me now because we talk about all of the people that were impacted by this, not just personally, but businesses too.
Yeah, you know, when you think about it, the flood came in, caused all kinds of damage, and really put families in some tough situations. And at DHS, kind of our thought was, let's see what we can do to help families recover. What can we do to take some things off their plate as they're rebuilding their lives and their communities? And so essentially right now we have 3 programs that we're working on. All of them have some deadlines coming up, so we want families to know that, you know, if you want to apply for these, get on it now and don't miss the boat. The first one is a program called Replacement SNAP. Now this is available for families who maybe already received the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Maybe they lost food in the flooding, or maybe their power went out in the flooding and the food spoiled, right? So if that's the case with them, they can apply for Replacement SNAP through the end of this month. And if they're approved for that, we'll provide them with some benefits that they can use to go buy food to feed their families. So that's one program. The second one is called Disaster SNAP. Sounds similar, but a little different. This is for families who don't currently receive SNAP benefits, and maybe they had damage to their house, or maybe their employer had damage. They haven't been able to work. If they meet the necessary requirements for it, they can apply through the end of this week, and we'll provide them with some food benefits that they can use to feed either themselves or their families. And this is, we're talking about a decent amount of benefits here. For a family of 4 with Disaster SNAP, they can receive up to $782 in benefits. Now, as we mentioned, deadlines are coming up on that. For that particular program, we're now accepting applications for Hickman, Dixon, and Houston counties, accepting those through the end of this week. So if you feel like you might qualify for that, please get on the ball and apply for it. We got some good, useful stuff on our website, tn.gov/human services. You go there, there's a banner that says Disaster Assistance. Click on that to tell you everything you need to know about both of those programs.
What about a lot of these families have lost everything? Do they need proof to show you? What do they need to bring to prove who they are, who they say they are?
Yeah, so we do, and it really varies on the program. For Replacement SNAP, really all you have to do is just fill out an affidavit, tell us about the food you lost, we'll help you out there. For the other program, you may have to, like let's say you haven't been working, you may need to have a letter from your employer, or you may have to show us some of the damage estimates that you may have, receipts, those sorts of things. All that's spelled out when you go through the application process. And we also have another program I forgot to mention, but don't want to forget about it because it's also really important, called Emergency Cash Assistance. It's also, we're taking applications in Hickman, Dixon, and Houston County for that, much like DSNAP. And you have to have either lived in those counties or worked in those counties, had some damage to your house, or also lost employment because of it, or haven't been able to work. For that program, and if you have a child in the home, that's another requirement for that one. But for that program, we're providing just flat out cash assistance. So you can use that to buy whatever you need to rebuild and recover. And really, at the end of the day, we want to just sort of take that worry off families' plates and let them focus on what they need to focus on, and we'll try to help you out where we can.
Because the need is great, and we see that those phone numbers have been circulating on the screen too, so certainly give Sky a call. He'll pick up. An old friend of mine, I promise you, he'll do you well. And it's something that I think is so important and needed, and we appreciate you being here to talk about it.